New meta, new market, same old card game. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. And as per usual, you guys should check out Gamer's Choice for anything that you're going to want pre-sale related. Discount code MCO40 is going to save you on your purchase, especially when you're looking at some of these new hot commodities within this set. Fallen of White, still in stock, and yes, they are $70. I know people still aren't happy about that. Crowns coming in at 80s right now. We just talked about yesterday how people were spending $130 a piece on these on TCG Player. It's amazing to me people just love losing $150 on a play set. And the crazy part is discount code MCO40 saves you even more on top of that if you were wanting to pick them up. So that's crazy. It's interesting to see what little pieces have been moving. Spenta's moving just fine. See Assault Mode's doing its job as well. The Twins coming around very, very nicely. I'm curious to see how this card's going to impact things in the course of the overall meta. But yes, looking not too bad. Now over here on Kongs, things have been moving pretty strongly as well. White has been doing fantastic. Crowns have been doing very, very good. It looks like the GMX core is also still in stock over here, which is pretty good. And then, of course, the Twins still doing fantastic things. But a lot of these deck cores are, I think, the things that players are wanting to be able to pick up. And Mercurium still is being discussed right now as one of the most interesting cards within this set. So discount code MCO40 will save you on your purchase over here. Now, let's go dig into the world of K9. Now, should you be surprised that Noroi is bumping along in price? No. No, you shouldn't. Noroi, I think, is still one of the biggest key components that we've got for the deck, and they're already sliding on up to $30 a piece right now. And as you can see, they are moving along very, very strongly. So I think this is going to be a case of K9. This is a case that you're going to be looking at this kind of going forward. I mean, there is a possibility that this does hit $35 at the 300th. There's a case that it goes down. It's really going to just depend on where Konami itself wants to put this in terms of the meta. Oh, well, I say Konami, but it's going to depend on how the player base is going to handle this. $108. Moving on along, Izuna's haven't really changed all that much. Izuna's are still 54s for the Starlight Rares. Looks like collector's rares are 20 to 21, or yeah, actually these are like 24. Okay. It's not bad if you want like mid rarity, but ultras are also moving along. Honestly, these are $20 a piece now. So this is one of the few cases that I could get behind where actually wanting to pick up the collector's rare is slightly more worth it. I mean, there's literally a $4 difference between these. And at this point, you know, you may as well just go for it to have them, because this stuff is getting a little bit expensive, to say the least. So, interesting. Now, Toon Blackluster Soldier. If you were talking about what we saw yesterday, we saw that we were getting a brand new expansion with this set. And with that expansion, you know, new Toon support came down. Now, do I think that Toon Blackluster Soldier is going to get an overframe? It is highly possible, man. Toon Blackluster Soldier at this point, I think, is one of the biggest cards that you can actually pick up. And I mean, in terms of modern standards, it's a really easy special summon. It's a really easy piece to work with to establish onto the end board, which is actually not too terrible. And then straight off the bat, you get to spot removal a card on the field with his effect. Like, I do think that this is a really, really good card for what you've got. Now, obviously, moving along to the Platinums aren't too terrible. I mean, these are like $7 to $8 a piece. I mean, if there's like a sub-rarity that you are wanting for these, I don't think you're doing too terribly bad. Not a lot of Platinums moved yesterday, but the other one that is seeing some naturalized movement is actually the Collector's Rare, which I guess is to be expected, right? Because these are 26s on up to 30, and then actually you very, very quickly escalate here on up this super expensive territory at this stage. So we can actually see some the big movements on this. I guess it's to be expected. Aurora Paragon. So this is something that we have followed for truly a while. There's a combo that involves the Condemned Witch that you're able to bring this out during the opponent's turn and make it so that neither player can basically special summon cards, or basically, you know, your opponent doesn't get the chance to play the game. That's always the sort of thing that we look at with these sorts of particular little floodgates, is just how impactful will the result actually be. And I do think that this one is a pretty good one. As you've been seeing, these have been moving around to about the $5-ish range. There's nothing really too crazy, to say the least. And also, I mean, just tell your opponent to normal summon a monster. If you normal summon something, you literally break through this, and it doesn't actually get to stick around and do anything too crazy. So there is something to this. Oh boy, Substitoads. You know, I'm a little bit surprised about this. I know that Edison loves this card, and I know that players love seeing the interactions that a card like this actually brings to gameplay, but you're telling me that it had a market price at $20 formerly, and you're telling me that lowest listing right now is a whole whopping 40 big ones? Yeah, that's actually the case, and it's actually crazy because once these last two are gone, you're up to $50 on the QCR market. And this has been a pretty recurring theme that's been happening with a lot of these quarter centuries. You know, I don't think people still to this day are taking this seriously when Konami said we're not reprinting quarter centuries. And it's going to be a lot of the case going forward here is, you know, if you're like, oh, well, you know, I don't expect, no, you need to be paying attention to where quarter centuries are going, because they're going to be an intricate part of the market going forward. It's even crazy because, like, the Terminal Revenge secret rares are still like $8.50 to $9, and then the platinums are still rolling up to near $8 a piece. It looks like both the Battles of Legends and these are synchronizing. Meanwhile, rares are back up. This is crazy. You're telling me that rares are now the exact same price as the secrets and the platinums? Yeah, I am. And the Light of Destruction reprints, every low rarity of Substitoad is bringing itself back up. So I guess, once again, this proves not only like how much players love Edison, but just the state of the secondary market towards these older formats. Well, this one's interesting. Ghost Rare Dark Magician from Ghost from the Past and Near Mint First Edition. Now, to get a Ghost Rare in what is considered near mint condition is a crazy thing, because, you know, sometimes the printer will scratch up some of the picture, or, you know, you'll have some actual issues with that, but these are pretty consistent. There are 18 listings of these within the market. I mean, I see there's a listing here for 3 of them from Big City Cards, so this might not be quite as common of a thing as you see, but I mean, we've had one recently sell for $4.85, and it's not like this is a big mover whatsoever. Big cards like this take a great amount of time to move. Fusion Reserve. Reveal a fusion monster from your deck, add one of the fusion monsters listed on that card from your deck to your hand, and then you can add a polymerization from your graveyard to your hand. Well, this is interesting. This card, I love the immediate spike up here that we've had, but there's nothing really too crazy about this. I mean, you've had 2 movements over time, but this is from new challengers. Let's take off the limiter here and actually see how many are running around the market. We got 73 of these. Now, I mean, in terms of sales, still same thing. Very, very short quantities of these. And you've also got plenty of versions of these. This was a Mega 10 promo as well. It was a super from Fusion Enforcers. Interesting to just see the little oddities that kick up around the market. Also interesting to see how many of those exist in that quantity. Proto Cyber Dragon, man, talk about a flashback. I mean, this card is always treated as Cyber Dragon while face on the field, not in the graveyard though. You only have 2 unverified sellers here, which is kind of crazy to think about. But 45, 38, and 33, and all of these are back in October. So yeah, that's your market today, guys. So what do you think about everything? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And I will see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.